Good afternoon, traders. It is Wednesday, October 26th, 2016. The U.S. stock market is closed. Hey, we had another kind of crappy pre-election day trading thing today. I will tell you, I watch a lot of election stuff while I'm trading. Kind of keeps my mind off of just sitting here and staring at crappy markets. And I, uh, it's starting to get to me. I've read about those therapists who are coming out and um, saying, certain things you should do about election stress, and I think I'm one of those. I saw a tweet from a woman who said she sure hopes the election will get over soon because she's gaining weight, and I had to laugh a little. I trade pretty close to the refrigerator, and I find my anxiety level um, starting to climb and probably going to the refrigerator more than I should right now. And I will be happy when this election is over with, regardless of who wins. Um, anyway, the market certainly reflects a lot of anxiety about the elections, and you can just look at this chart and kind of see that the stocks just won't don't get any traction one way or another. And if you look here today, we had the Dow open down really hard today. I got a pop up in here. Okay, there we go. Oh, there it goes again. That pop up isn't going to go away for me. Anyway, it opens down really hard, and then it gets down here and then rallies all day, and actually ends up closing up 30 points. I called it down. I'd say I was at least partially right. This certainly started out down, and but it's directionless. And this is, and then look at yesterday. We got the same kind of thing. You're just trying to predict this market in this environment is just impossible. It doesn't know what it's doing, and trading in this environment is pretty horrible. All I can say is we're not getting really chewed up. We're just getting frustrated. We only had two positions coming into today. They pretty much canceled each other out, but we did come up with positive $135, and that was actually better than where our open trade was yesterday. The problem was today we got into 9 positions. Don't ask me how this pattern puts us in 9 positions. 2 of them are positive, 7 are negative, and we are carrying negative $3,000 going into tomorrow. Actually, that could have been a lot worse, but that's where we're at. So it's just very frustrating. By the way, I got my whole portfolio going today, and if we had that portfolio in one day earlier, we would have done better. I know that because I have it set up on my TradeStation 9.5 and multi-chart. So I'm one day behind in what I trade here. So we would have done better had we got it set up. But everything is set up perfectly now. I'm not going to have to mess around with that anymore. So I'm looking forward to maybe we do a little better here. I will show you, as I said, we only had 2 positions coming into today. I'm going to show you both of those. This first one was the fly in the ointment. This is CLF, Cliffs Natural Resources. And we had bought that yesterday on the pop. We buy the gaps, and then it just sold off all day and then slammed down really hard today. So this really hurt us. That cost us $4,000 the first 15 minutes of the day. Not a good way to start the day. Fortunately, we had a really good trade that improved a lot from yesterday, and this is pretty interesting. This is DGAZ, DGAZ, which is inverse natural gas. We had a gap yesterday. We bought the gap just like we bought the gap with CLF, but it's stayed stable and actually improved a little, and then it gapped up pretty good this morning, and we get out of there and take profits, and we made $4,000 in DGAZ on this exit. Then the thing keeps going, and we re-enter it here. Now by the time we get up here, we're up to another $4,000 in open trade equity, and then the thing sells off, basically closing where we bought it. So, we'll just have to see what happens tomorrow. DGAZ is famous for its gaps. I just hope that this little buying we see on the close will indicate it'll gap up tomorrow, and maybe we'll get out of this with some profits. Anyway, kind of frustrating day. This is Trader Bob signing off. See you tomorrow on Thursday.